Okay, so if you've been anywhere near tech news lately, you've probably heard the buzz. The GoPro Max 23.
Hmm.
It's making some pretty bold claims. Almost sounds too good to be true, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So our deep dive today is really about tackling that core question we found in the source material. Is this new Max 23, is it legit? Or is it mostly just hype?
And that question, it really kicks off with the biggest headline grabber, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That claim of true 8K 360 video.
Right.
And not just 8K, but 8K running at a usable 30 frames per second.
Yeah.
I mean, if that actually holds up in the real world, that's huge for 360 video.
Well, absolutely seismic. Okay, so let's break this down, starting with the legit side, because, well, the improvements seem to go way beyond just the resolution numbers.
Right.
You do get that 8K at 30 FPS, which is wow. And maybe more practically for fast action, there's a really solid 5.6K option at 60 frames per second, too.
But I think the real step up, maybe, is in the actual day-to-day usability.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. For the people actually out there using these cameras in rough conditions, the durability factor is key. It's rugged, properly waterproof, down to 5 meters.
Which is a decent improvement.
But listen, the single biggest upgrade, I think, over the original Max, you can replace the lenses now.
Oh, that's massive.
Yeah, anyone who's ever had a fixed lens on an action cam meet a rock knows that that feature alone, it could be worth the upgrade price. Seriously.
And then you layer on the pro features. That's where you really see this camera staking its claim as, well, legit. They've added GP log and 10-bit color support. So for you, the listener, what that really means is maximum flexibility when you get to the edit.
Right, you get that flatter profile, much more data to work with for color grading.
Precisely. Perfect for professional workflows. Plus, they've apparently built in better cooling to try and handle the heat from shooting 8K.
Yeah, and a new touchscreen too, right? Brighter. 1.82 inches.
Yep, brighter screen, better cooling, all necessary upgrades when you push resolution that high.
Okay, but that cooling mention is kind of the perfect pivot point, isn't it? Because that's where let's call it the reality check, begins. The specs are genuinely impressive, no doubt, but the weaknesses that people have identified, they bring up those classic action cam challenges.
Yeah.
Power, heat.
Right.
Especially when you're talking about 8K video, there are always going to be trade-offs.
And what's interesting, I think, is that the main problems aren't exactly surprising for this kind of high-res capture. It's predictable stuff, really.
Like what specifically?
Well, first off, low light performance. It's apparently still pretty poor. The footage gets noisy, looks soft quite quickly as the light drops.
Okay, so not great for dawn or dusk shoots then.
Probably not ideal, no. And despite that improved cooling system we mentioned, it seems the camera can still overheat. Which naturally limits how long you can actually record, especially if you're pushing it at those top 8K settings for extended periods.
And the battery, I'm guessing 8K chews through that pretty fast.
You guessed it. Battery life drains quite quickly when you're capturing that much data. Just physics, really.
Okay, wait. If the low light performance is genuinely poor, doesn't that kind of fundamentally limit where you can use this thing? Like, doesn't it push it back towards being mainly a bright daylight camera?
Yeah.
Which impacts its versatility.
Well, that brings up a really crucial point about who this camera is actually for. The overall verdict we're seeing in the source material is pretty clear. It is definitely legit. It's a significant technological upgrade.
Okay.
But, and this is the important bit, it's framed as a powerful but very specialized tool.
Not an all-rounder.
Exactly. It seems best suited for outdoor creators, action sports enthusiasts, travel vloggers, maybe situations where you typically have plenty of light.
So it dominates in those high-demand, bright environments, but maybe isn't the camera you grab for absolutely everything.
That seems to be the consensus. It's not positioned as the perfect camera for every single scenario.
So the key takeaway here really seems to be about specialization then. That's why the Max 23 is ultimately seen as a success. It's presented as an unbeatable tool for specific types of action and outdoor shooting, provided that you, the creator, are willing to work around those inherent limits with power and heat.
Yeah, you need to manage your batteries, be mindful of recording times at 8K.
Which leads to a final thought, maybe something for you, the listener, to consider.
Yeah.
Since shooting in 8K is clearly so demanding on the battery, on heat management, maybe even on your editing computer later.
Right.
Is that 5.6K option, the one at 60 frames per second, which is still fantastic quality video, let's be clear, is that maybe the practical sweet spot?
Interesting point.
Is that the setting most professional creators will actually find themselves using most of the time, day in, day out, in the field?
That's a really good question. It forces you to weigh those maximum headline specs against what's truly practical and reliable for getting the job done consistently. Something to definitely mull over.